So I saw this video on TikTok, and girl, because same. Not surprised there, because a lot of big brands in beauty and fashion are actually owned by white men. And if you're not particularly active in the beauty industry, or you're a casual makeup or beauty lover, it's possible you may have failed to recognize the beautiful icon that is Pat Mcgrath.
Hi, I'm Pat Mcgrath.
But in the past couple of weeks, she has broken the internet again, if I may add, with the iconic porcelain glass doll look she created for the Maison Margiela runway show. Personally, I think my jaw dropped when I saw the Game of Thrones star Gwendolyn Christie in that look. She looked out of this world, and her walk down the runway, captivated. But now let's talk about Pat Mcgrath and all the times she has shaped pop culture and fashion with her iconic looks. For example, did you know she was the makeup artist responsible for the red bedazzled look Doja Cat had on for the Schiaparelli show in 2023? And oh my, such a stunning look she created on Rihanna for her W cover. With a career spanning over 30 years, Pat Mcgrath has been called the most influential and in-demand makeup artist in the world.
Thank you.
She's popularly called the mother, or the mother of modern makeup, partially because of her calm and warm-hearted motherly demeanor, and also because for decades she has been in the front line of the makeup industry, working on nearly 200,000 models, directing the makeup looks for over 3,000 fashion shows, and over 500 magazine cover shoots.
She's mother, so we listen to what she says.
She rose to fame in the 1990s and was very popular for creating very bold, colorful and eccentric makeup looks, which were a sharp contrast to the nude and calmer looks that were often displayed on runways in the 90s.
Back then, makeup was done perfectly. There was very little experimentation. Pat put silver on my eyes in a way that no one had ever done before.
This was an era that was popular for simple runway makeup looks so as not to distract from the fashion. But Pat fearlessly came onto the scene with punk rock inspired, heavy and colorful makeup looks, seeing makeup as a way to add to the story being told.
Punk means so much to me, and it's always really influenced everything that I do in a way.
She became the most respected makeup artist in the fashion industry, regularly directing the makeup for catwalk shows, advertising campaigns, and editorial shoots for the world's biggest fashion houses and publications. At some point, she was handling the makeup direction for over 80 runway shows in different parts of the world per year.
87 suitcases going to Paris, thousands of pairs of lashes, ring kits, glitter, Swarovski crystals.
You can say it was a match made in heaven when she met and started collaborating with John Galliano. In the early 2000s, they worked on the Christian Dior show, which turned out to be a fashion masterpiece. The show was inspired by John Galliano's trip to Egypt and featured gilded monumental pieces with models in Cleopatra-esque looks, with glamorous gold graphic makeup and bold jewelry. A quick scan through the looks takes you into the eccentric and daring mind of Pat Mcgrath.
It's always extreme, so you're going to expect a lot.
It is important to note that Pat has had a long-standing relationship with John Galliano over the decades, as they tend to complement each other's creative eccentricities. Pat has also worked on runway looks for brands like Prada, Victoria's Secret, Miu Miu, Dior, Burberry, Givenchy, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Valentino, Alexander McQueen, and believe me when I tell you the list goes on. Mother indeed has been mothering. With such an impressive hold in the fashion and makeup industry, it is not surprising to note that Pat has been obsessed with makeup since her childhood.
From about 6, I was experimenting with makeup. I'd mix oil and water, put it in the fridge, and hope to make my own face cream.
Pat attributes her creativity and her induction into the fashion and beauty industry to her mother, who was also obsessed with fashion.
Especially my mother, Jean McGrath. It's thanks to her obsession with beauty and fashion. Literally hundreds of Fridays spent dragging me to pattern stores to choose the Vogue patterns, followed by the fabric shop to choose the materials, and then finally the makeup store to choose the products to pull the whole story together, our story that week. It was then that I began to realize there was a larger world than our flat in Northampton.
Pat never got any formal training in fashion or makeup artistry. She completed an arts foundation course at Northampton College and planned on going for a fashion degree, but she abandoned that idea after Karen Wheeler, a singer she had met and done her makeup as a favor, called her 3 years after to do the singer's makeup again for her Japan music tour.
I remember walking somewhere and I had lots of makeup on. I had loads of blush on my eyes, my cheeks, and really strong mouth. And someone said to me, "Oh, could you do my makeup like that?" And I said to her, "Is that a job?" She said, "Yes, it's a job."
Her breakthrough came in the 90s when she worked for Edward Enninful, who was then the fashion director of ID magazine and is currently the outgoing editor-in-chief for British Vogue. Pat initially started working as a secretary, but soon rose to become the beauty director at ID magazine.
my first ever ID shoot. I met Edward.
I mean, peep this gorgeous look she created for Edward's first issue at British Vogue. It is no surprise she eventually became Vogue's beauty editor at large.
It's really great.
Really good.
Pat has had a lasting relationship with the talented photographer Steve Meisel, working together on magazine covers and ad campaigns for 3 decades.
My whole life I wanted to work with Stephen Meisel.
Pat has also worked with amazing photographers like Nick Knight, Paolo Roversi, Helmut Newton, and Peter Lindbergh. In 2021, Queen Elizabeth II awarded Pat Mcgrath Dame of the British Empire for services to the fashion and beauty industry and diversity. This made Pat the first makeup artist to ever receive such an award. For anyone wondering, the meaning of Dame is a rank equivalent to knighthood. This is an award presented to acknowledge the services and achievements of some of the most extraordinary people in the country. The British Dames are a group of women who have achieved greatness in specific fields. Now, receiving such an award from the Queen should tell you that Miss Pat is a huge deal.
Please. Boom.
She has also received awards like the CFDA Council of Fashion Designers of America Founders Award. She was the first makeup artist in history selected for their highest honor. She also received the British Fashion Council 2017 Award for Fashion Creator, as well as Time Magazine's 2019 100 Most Influential People as a titan of the fashion industry.
You're the #1 makeup artist in the world. You're the queen, and you're the queen. You're going to bless this video.
In 1999, Pat Mcgrath also developed a line of cosmetics for Giorgio Armani.
I was struck by the way she interpreted color and by her ideas about beauty and femininity. She never used cosmetics to try to mask a woman.
In 2004, she was also named the Global Cosmetics Creative Design Director for Procter & Gamble, supervising their makeup brands including Max Factor, Dolce & Gabbana, CoverGirl, and SK-II.
You've been busy, girl.
It was not until 2015 that Pat created her own makeup brand, Pat Mcgrath Labs, which became an instant hit amongst makeup lovers and beauty enthusiasts, selling out in just 6 seconds on the launch day.
I saw these online the other day, the sneak preview, and I was like, oh my god, they look fucking bomb.
Pat Mcgrath's story and life is a testament to how asserting yourself, believing in your creativity and crazy abilities, as well as consistently showing up for yourself, will take you very far. She's a girl from humble beginnings who worked hard and has been consistent with her gifts for decades. Even after 30 years in the beauty industry, she's still as relevant and as innovative as ever. Pat Mcgrath is a true icon and deserves all her flowers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment because your engagement helps to boost a small channel like this. And remember, God loves you. Remain blessed.